Okay. It should be. Things should be working. Is this better than before? Now I'm monitoring myself. This looks the same. And hopefully isn't going to freeze. Alright, I'm going to have to keep an eye on this. I think I've fixed the old Twitch settings. Hopefully. If anyone in the chat is willing to confirm, I can hear. I don't know if you can hear me listening to myself, but let's play around with this a bit. I'm going to try switching screens, and we'll see if it freezes up. I don't think it will, and then I'm going to crack on with writing some more stuff, try and get my head back in the game. Let's try this. Oh. Is this going to play up? We'll find out together. Right. My head has gone from trying to fix Streamlabs, but I'm going to try and get some writing going. Nothing's ever simple, is it? How many people actually watched my my last stream? 8 people. Damn. Bugging for all those 8 people. Right. Hopefully this doesn't bug out, but we'll find out. I'll start playing stuff, I guess. This will be the ultimate tell. Seems okay. Okay, cool. Right. I'll head back in the game. Where was I? Right, so we had all these themes we had going on. So patience is a big theme. Right, I have to read over all of this again. Let's keep this playing while I try and think. Does the stream look good? I can actually full screen this. Seems pretty high quality. Seems okay. Right. Oh, I feel like I've got to kick my brain into gear now again. So we're talking about like metaphors for being ready for things. Got a few good words. How many words have we got here? Probably 40 or 50 words. Relevant sort of words. Pulling too hard on the rain dark. I like the gold foil thing. That was a cool. That's from school physics. School physics lessons. Something about readiness. Metaphors about readiness. Oh, what's it? Like, almost like, I keep thinking of food metaphors, like when the dough is rising. What's the term? What's the term for it? All right. I don't know if this is a very good thing to be proving. That's the word. Food analogies are a weird one for a song. I don't know if that's quite what I'm going for, but it kind of works. Proving as in bread. That's not really what I had in mind, but you know, we'll go with it. Yeah. Metaphors for like preparing things, like I suppose almost like I guess prepare. I actually didn't put the word prepare, have I? Which is kind of a pretty what is that? It's a Latin word, isn't it? Pare would be. Etymology of the word prepare. Oh, parare, which means to. So before to make ready is what it means. Let's get Twitch up on here so I can see if anyone's talking. Stream manager. There we go. Right. Is it gonna oh, it does come up, cool. Right. Prepare. It's to make ready beforehand. I suppose ready is kind of the right, readiness is a relevant word here, isn't it? You know. Like that little nice little melody, if I do say so myself. How's it going? Oh, I need your help. So, I'm writing some lyrics, which obviously if you can help with that, that's cool. But my stream's been a bit funny this morning, and I think I've fixed all the issues. So please let me know if it like drops out at all. It's not doing it much, but it's just like dipping every few minutes. And I think it's okay now. I think I've fixed it. But if you could just let me know if it like plays up. Like I said, I think I've fixed it now. Just let me know if it starts to cause you grief. How are you anyway, Soul? Thanks for tuning in again. So we're going with this. So I'm writing a song, lyrics. The theme of the lyrics. Here you go. It's all written down here. I don't know if this is relatable at all, but kind of knowing like. Yeah, I'm good. Apart from my stream kind of being a bit of a pain in the arse. Like I said, if you can tell me if it bugs, if you can just let me know if it plays up, I'd appreciate that. I think it's okay now. I think I've fixed the settings. So yeah, it's the theme is like when you feel like you want something in life, but yeah, the things I wanted in life when I was younger that maybe I wasn't ready for, and kind of trying to take that mindset forward and going, okay, there's things I want now for myself that I suppose in some tentative way I'm saying, look, maybe you're not ready for all of this stuff right now, so just keep working, keep doing what you're doing. It's meant to be a supportive kind of message to oneself, I guess. And so I'm writing some lyrics about that. I've got some metaphors, quite like this metaphor about like dark rooms, about how thanks, yeah. So like there's metaphors, I'm trying to come up with metaphors about like preparedness, readiness. So I've got a few that, some are quite niche actually that I like. So like, I'm gonna write that so people actually know what I'm writing about. So like pulling too hard on the reins, that's obviously that's a theme or like a metaphor that people talk about. About how dark rooms are used for photographic film. So you know how like if you take a film camera photo and you have to sort of let it, what's the word, like develop. If I use the word develop is quite an important word, isn't it, for my. So I'm just writing like, basically I'm mental mapping at the moment, and I think it's important to do before you start actually writing some lyrics. It's a bit like writing an essay in school without preparing it. It's like you can kind of end up just making a mess of things if you just jump straight in. Sometimes you need to, right? But and so yeah, and then so I quite like this theme of like the dark room where some typo, where you for a film to develop, it has to be in a dark room, and there's something metaphorical there about being in a sort of dark unknown place to develop something that you want. You know, I quite like that. It's quite a good metaphor. So, is this all making sense? I think it is. I think it fits this tonally, and this is my little vocal melody that I've got so far. It doesn't have to be this, I can tell you. So it's kind of, that's the bit I'm most confident in as a vocal melody, right? So I've got the vocal melody beyond that is right to write ideas seems like keywords on paper. It's the thing. Not like me bringing a big bottle of whiskey and expecting to come with lyrics. yeah, okay. So it is also, the time is 11:10 a.m. So a big bottle of whiskey would be a really bold move for me. So we're good so far, and I need some more. I've got quite a few good words. So basically I need metaphors for preparedness and like I think, oh, fledgling, that's a good word. And I'm trying to put these vaguely in alphabetical order. Fledgling, like a bird. Like, I suppose it's the idea of leaving the nest, but metaphors like bird leaving the nest. I guess maybe that. It's not quite too specifically relevant to this, but it sort of is. Oh, I use ChatGPT all the time. Yeah, it's really good for just helping you just get to, as long as you don't use it to like write your lyrics for you, because it just comes up with garbage. I've tried that before. Not like literally have it write it for me, but just, you know, thank you. It's yeah. So I've got some words, themes, and stuff. Also, we all good on the stream. It's not. It doesn't look like it's dropped out. I've been keeping an eye on it. I think we're okay. If so, that's good. And I can actually, yeah, it looks pretty HD as well, doesn't it? Does it look as good as it did before? I think it does. I'm trying to get my head back in because I had to fix the stream, and now my head's gone to technology mode, and I need to put it back to creative mode. So I'm sort of trying to just force that bit of mental. Oh, plasticity! What a good word. I was just using that to talk about my own problems now, but actually, plasticity, plastic. That's quite a good neuroplasticity. Oh man, ChatGPT. I used it just now, and it was quite useful for the Streamlabs, for helping me fix my Streamlabs settings for this stream. But then it would tell me to do something, and then it wouldn't work, and I'd type into ChatGPT like, this didn't work, and it'd go, oh yes, of course, and you're like, well, why do I have to tell you that it doesn't work? Can't you? You're meant to be smarter than me, you know. Yeah, exactly. I have been doing exactly that. Yeah. I need to write as well. Was it plasticity? Or plastic/plasticity? That could be a good theme. Like the idea of change, of malleable. No, it's not really the right word. I guess malleable. Yeah. Oh, render. That's a good. Right. My brain seems to be working a bit better now. Render is when you sort of, funnily enough, rendering is quite relevant to Streamlabs, isn't it? Yeah. What is render? What's the actual definition of render? Like, I kind of know what it means, but like, define render. Just needs to make, isn't it? Yeah, to give, provide, or deliver. She rendered aid to the injured. The jury rendered a verdict. To show or depict, to cause, become, make, to melt down fat. There's kind of an element of that render. I've got so many food analogies, because like I said, it's about like preparing something, and but I don't want to just sing about bread and ripe fruit. It's not the first Gordon Ram. Maybe I should rename the demo Gordon Ramsay, because I keep coming up with fruit analogies and bread analogies. The thing with the lyrics as well is you can spend too long preparing. Sometimes you just got to throw shit at a wall and hope that it sticks. So some other metaphors, I guess, like, oh, assurance. That's a word. That's a good kind of word. You know, assurance. Yeah, so I'd say I'm one step ahead of you. I'm at the same step as you. So that's basically what I do. And that's why I'm writing some of these words down, just to see if any of them pop in as like potentials that fit this melody. And I suppose actually one thing I do want to do is like song structure. This is quite an important thing too. Because I need to think about like what each like what each bit of the song is going to be. This will give me more idea of which lyrics are going to work. In terms of what do I want each section of the song to be about. So the chorus, I think, it's just got to be the theme of the song, right? Reminder, that's a good word. Because I'm trying to sort of remind myself that maybe I'm not ready for certain things in life right now. So like chorus sort of reminding myself that I suppose it's not always a bad thing. What the word choice? That's kind of relevant, yeah. It's not always a bad thing if you don't get your way. As you're not always ready for things to happen in the way you want. That's kind of the general theme, really the whole song. But then I think, so the chorus, it makes sense for that. So I guess the verse is going to be probably describing like that sense of like apprehension and did I write apprehension? I didn't actually. That's a good word. Slowly getting a decent list of singular words now. So describing that sort of eagerness is also a good word. Right, let's write all of these down. Because sometimes you never know which words you might want to use. So describing sort of impatience / eagerness to have it all, I guess, in life. And then pre-chorus, it's got to be some sort of intermediate thing where it's like, because I want the chorus, I don't want it to sound like I'm too sure of myself. Like, it's still, you still don't know if things are going to work out, and so it's like it's hopeful, but it's not like. And so this is the pre-chorus. So let's play this, right? Where is it? It's quite a momentum building pre-chorus. It's quite a forward driving thing. So I think that the lyrics have got to fit. I suppose the pre-chorus, there's an element of it's driving forward, but the theme of the pre-chorus could be something about how life, maybe sometimes it feels like life is running away from you a bit. You know, because this does feel like it's running away a bit, right? Like, thematically. It's kind of, that could be a really positive sounding dun 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 dun, you know, or it could actually be quite a, like, because it's quite an unstable, chuggy sound. It's not like a... People have all these cool emotes. I need to make some of these for my like subscriber emote thingies. Oh, it's Will Fox's. Yeah, to be fair, I could do pre-chorus 1 and 2. They could have separate themes. That would probably be quite good. Pre-chorus, I suppose, could be like, but what if it doesn't work out? Like a bit of a moment of, you know. And then, so the verse is like, so the verse is just saying, it's just describing my current state of like, I want it all, I want it now. Hey, thank you for the follow. I'm Mewmem536. Thank you for following. You're hey, we've got some more cool emotes. I need to get some of these emotes, man. I need to get some cool emotes. I'm glad people are following because, like I said, my stream was playing up earlier, and it's nice to have people tuning in. Whoa. Konbanwa, what does that mean? I'm not cultured enough for this. I don't know what that means. You're all smart. Whoa, how do you say good morning? Because for me it's 11:20 a.m. So I need good morning. Oh, so like kon, does that mean good? Because konnichiwa, obviously, that's everyone knows that. So I'm guessing kon means good. Does it? Or like happy, or like... That's my guess, maybe I'm completely wrong. What's the isn't there a Japanese concept around is it like ikigai? Encourages people to explore what truly matters to them and discover a life filled with meaning. I don't know if that's a bit too broad of a subject. Oh wow, yeah, so you're wow. So that's like 7.5 hours ahead. It's a long time. I've never been to, I'd love to go to Japan. I've never even, I've been to, the closest I've been is China. It's obviously a very different place. That's the closest, or the furthest I've been in that direction. From England, where I am right now. What's it called? What's that thing? Yeah. Let's see. I say, could Ikigai relate? Are there some better themes? No worries, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's fun getting these lyrics together. It's hard work, but it's once you get into the flow of it, it's enjoyable. So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the help. Drop in again. Come say hi. I'll be here every day. So thank you. So Mumem, you're from where in Japan are you from? Ooh, mirage could be a good word. Or oasis. Like you think you're seeing something but you're not. I quite like that. You think you're seeing something that isn't there. That's a good concept. It's kind of quite relevant. I'm going to put that here as well. Mirage. Yeah, that kind of relates. Some other listen. Let's try to play this part again. Right here. big moment, the big kind of This has got to be like the big "it's all gonna be okay" kind of moment, I think. Sort of. Or it could be like, maybe life's not about finding the answers, it's just about, you know, I suppose, what's the word, appreciating the journey, being along for the ride. I don't know if that's a bit of a too loose a theme, a bit too just like, yeah. Needs some sort of, this is definitely, it's positive, but it isn't like these parts. Like there's something quite ambiguous about the feel behind this part, you know. So it's about finding, like, I need to write a part that is sort of lyrically, I suppose, upbeat, but a bit ambiguous for this section, where like I want to have an interesting take rather than just like enjoy the ride kind of in life, you know. I think I need something more deep, like, not deep, but like just more unique than that. There's no, you can make something about how, like, almost tying into the theme of humility, and like, you know, you don't always know what's best for you in your life, so like embracing that, like, you know, like embracing that you might not get what you want in life, but then what you want isn't always the best thing for you anyway, so like having some sort of humility in you know. I always like the song "Sympathy for the Devil." You know how it just talks about like just having some humility, and like, you know, the idea that you don't always know what's best for you, and so you can find some peace in that, I guess. So sort of like finding peace in the fact that you don't always know what's best for you, and then so like just being able to like embracing chaos a bit, sort of embracing, like, what's the word, misdirection, and actually that's a good word, misdirection, embracing that, and like entropy, that's another good word. I use that in a song with my old band, but I think it's a good word. What's some synonyms for entropy? I think that's quite a good word. I like that one. Could fit in this part of the song. I think it's quite relevant. Or just noise. That's a good. That's kind of a good word in itself. Yeah, noise, not like sound, but noise as in like something that takes up space, you know. Noise, or like, yeah. What's the other? There's another word, another synonym for entropy that I thought was good. Oh, unravel, that's a good one. Good word. You know, just watching something unravel. Like, I suppose in the same way as well, like restfulness, like how quite often if you pull a muscle or something, you want to keep just going full steam ahead, but sometimes you have to just, I don't know, embrace rest and like stillness to heal, you know. Could be a good, yeah. Something like that could be. I like the word restful. And it's just kind of, that's another one. It's a bit like the word stillness. It's kind of a good. Yeah, restful. That's kind of a good word for this theme. It's giving me the word ashful. What is that? What is ashfall? Oh, volcanic ash is ejected during an eruption. Falls back down to the ground. Aftermath of destruction, memory. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Quiet weight of something burned or lost. I guess that's relevant, sort of. So one of the themes I put down that I think perhaps doesn't relate to this, or maybe it does, is like, where did I put it? Oh yeah, sort of reconciling how different parts of your life kind of pass by and learning to appreciate them. But I feel like that was like the first thing I wrote down. I think my theme has kind of changed a bit now. But I guess there's an element of that. You know, asking the question of like, how do I it could be like the final chorus, couldn't it? Something about that, like, because the whole, it's a slightly different theme, isn't it? Sort of. So yeah, I think as a bridge, I like that as a concept. So I just need to see if I think I might start actually trying to put some words like pen to paper soon. I'm starting to get some good words, but I think I just need a bit more like concepts. The grass. I wish I was doing that right now. Thank you for following. How's it going? I don't know if you're following, how long you've been watching, as to if you can see what I'm doing. Working on some lyrics, which generally just means chatting for ages. So I need a few more. I think I've got some maybe some more concepts. I've got some sort of metaphors that I quite like. Metaphors and concepts, I guess, kind of tie in quite closely together. Oh, thank you. So yeah, the deal is what I do on streams, I just write these songs and then I release them with my band. So hopefully you get to kind of be a part of the whole process, and then, you know, if you oh, brilliant, are the ads on? I don't know if they're on now. No, they're not. I never follow when they are. Then you get to, hopefully, obviously, if you like the music, you can go and listen when it comes out, you know. that's the general deal of what's going on here. So, and I'm just writing these lyrics now, which it's weird writing lyrics on stream because, you know, it can be quite personal, I guess, but just trying to embrace that a bit and crack on. So yeah, I need a few more concepts relating to like kind of embracing the unknown. I haven't even written unknowing. I'll put unknowing/unknown, and kind of how, you know, you want so much earlier in life, but you're not always ready for it, and just embracing that, you know, that kind of feeling and just sitting with it a bit, and just knowing that you're not always ready for stuff, and actually sometimes things come to you at the right time. I think humility is a good word, to be fair. What was it that got you curious, sorry, out of interest? Yeah, like, and I think there's an element of like also just getting your words out, like spoken lyrics. It's really easy just to sit there for ages just staring at a piece of paper. Whereas here, like, I'm on stream, I've got a screen in front of me, I'm talking and I'm like communicating, and and I think it's a good way of like, you can get, I let myself get distracted a bit and just chat to people like I am now, because I think it just lets the ideas muddle a bit, and sometimes you end up just saying something like, oh yeah, there's been a few times on the stream where I said a word to someone in the chat, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's a good word. Nice. And let me know also, the stream was playing up a bit earlier. I think it's totally fixed now, so I think we're good. But if the stream plays up at all, please let me know, because I think I fixed it now, and I can actually probably upgrade the video settings a bit further. But I think it's all good now. So this is my vocal melody. This is the chorus, and I've got a little vocal melody that I quite like, that I'm going to sort of use as a rough guide, right? This verse, it's getting high for me. Kind of. There's an unusual chord in here, and that little bit of melody. There's a few little references. I like putting in little trinkets that, if you want to look up any of this stuff, see, so the song is partly about like being ready for stuff or not, and so I end up having loads of references to like food, like proving bread, or like ripening fruit. You know, did I write ripening or ripen? Yeah, I did. Wait, yeah, ripening. I say ripening is a word, but like I can't write a rock song about food. But they might be able to just tie that in as like a little word or just a theme somewhere. I think it's quite relevant. I suppose there's an element of like when plants grow, they wait for the sort of the... yeah. I think that's the idea. And I think, but also embracing that you don't always have to... You always have to be ready for things. I don't know. Yeah, it's quite relevant, isn't it? yeah, I suppose that final chorus. What do I want the final message of the song to be? Like, I don't know, something that like. So the main chorus, the main theme is like what have I written? Reminding myself that it's not always a bad thing if you don't get your way. So you're not always ready for things to happen the way you want. The final chorus, something about like. Yeah, do it scared is like. It's weird. The message of the song is kind of twofold because it's like, part of it is like you said, do it scared, but then part of it is like, you're not always ready for these things, and so I suppose appreciating that like the things I want in my life now, that I'm really eager to have, that like, but when I look back years ago in my life, I think, oh, there were certain things I wasn't ready for yet that I wanted, you know. And so it's actually an element of like, don't do it. Thanks. Yeah, that piano is just like, that's just the vocal melody. Like, I'll be singing that. That's just, some piano in here would work, to be fair. It's the right kind of song for it. And, yeah, I could actually have that, you know, as a, I could have that as a piano part as well. Like doubling the vocal could be quite a nice thing to do. So the final chorus, something about, let's try and build a bit of structure around this, you know. I like this bridge, the kind of humility, finding peace in the fact you don't always know what's best for you. Like, I'm a big one for humility. I think that's a good concept. I suppose there's an element of like this whole like we're all in this together. Some idea of like even the people that, I suppose they're, you know, even those who have achieved quite monumental things, they're not always happy, you know, and so like a lesson in maybe like a sense of oneness, you know, like we're all in it together, and that like we all want things we're not ready for, like something like that. So final chorus, I'll play you that, here you go. Let's play this bit into the final periscope is an interesting concept. Like, you know how they look out the submarine and the mirrors. Thank you. Yeah, it's yeah, there's loads of different instruments going on, so you've got like all of that stuff. I mean, the guitars are the driving force, right? All of this stuff. You've got these kind of lead. So that's the main part, but then you've got these lead layers doing all of this stuff. This isn't mixed or anything yet. It's just like songwriting stage. The bass, do you mean so that might be these bits? Do you mean like the strings? Hey, hello again. I think I fixed the stream. Thank you. Are these the bits you meant? Yeah, and then this is your bass and your guitar on their own. Oh, okay, what, like... Oh. What are them? So these are like your string bits. Yeah, the bass. Goes into a nice swell here as well, which is cool. Oh, goth. Oh, I've never heard oh goth before. Yeah, so like, I haven't thought about how I want to place the words yet. I'm just trying to get the... So as you can see, I've made a little bit of progress since you last joined. Does it look like the stream is working better? I think it is. I changed a few settings, and I've had to reboot my brain and get back into lyric mode. And I didn't sleep much last night because I was twitching. I was streaming till quite late last night, actually. Awesome, good. Okay, good. I think it's all fixed now. And with the full screen as well, which is good, because that was what was causing a bit of an issue before. So, yeah, cool. Nice one. Okay. So, yeah, the idea of a periscope is quite a cool... Oh, well, there's also the idea that, like, you know how the way you see, technically what your eyes see is actually upside down? You're welcome to say whatever you want in the chat. So you know how your eyes see, technically what we actually see, everything is upside down, but our brain just puts it the right way around? Is that what that is? Is that what the term is? Or have you just given me that for something else? Dark chamber. Oh, it's the dark camera obscura. Isn't that the optical device? Oh, inverted. The light from the outside enters the hole and projects it in an inverted image. Inverted is just generally a good word, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think you got the concept, yeah. Acquisition. You guys are all smarter than me. Where are you getting all these terms from? Just inversion is like the idea of that visual inversion. It's kind of right. Make sure I can inversion. I suppose. I thought the term oasis was quite good. You know how you think you see something in time, like in a time of need. You think you see something, but you don't. You know, like if you're in the desert and you see water, it's like that. That sort of. Yeah, mirage. I've got that down. I've written that here. Where is it? Oh, under M, mirage. There you go. So these are all kind of useful concepts. Yeah, I'm just gonna chat GPT like. What's the term for how our eyes invert what we see? That's definitely not. It's not the best way to phrase that, but I just know that ChatGPT knows what I'm asking it, so I'm just gonna say it. Inverted retinal image or retinal inversion. The lens in your eye refracts light. Refraction's good, but I think I've already used that word in like quite a recent song. I can't remember. Yeah, I definitely have. Your brain flips the image the right side up so you perceive the world correctly. There's optical inversion. The physical flipping of images due to lens curvature. Neural correction. Yeah, diffraction, I suppose that is like a relevant word, yeah. Yeah. Well, like something to do with like the word translation or like that's why I'm starting to move away from the theme a bit here. Chorus, reminding myself it's not always a bad thing if you don't get your way, as you're not always ready for things. I suppose there's an element of like what you want in life changes as life moves forward. So if you just move forward in life, I feel like that could be a good, life lesson that would fit like a final chorus, like the idea that what you want from life kind of changes as you grow as a person. And so something about how like you shouldn't overthink what you want, because as you change, that will change, if that makes sense. Well, saying that, I'd still like want similar things to when I was younger, I think. So I don't know if that's... Yeah, I don't know if that's a good... I feel like that kind of fits this. So I guess like the word levity is a good word, like just embracing playfulness, levity, playfulness, I don't know. Playful's kind of a good word. It is like sort of what I'm singing about. Playful. Yeah, sorry, I need to read it, catch up on the chat. Some David Byrne ages ago. Everyone has a gap in their sensorial differentiation, optically like you're preparing to snatch the pea off. I'll be honest, I'm not quite following. David Byrne, I don't know. It sounds like you really do your research. David Byrne. American musician, writer, filmmaker. Oh, sorry, and then we say, I'll give up goals because they just love me. Yeah, I kind of see what you're saying. Yeah. Like, there's just a lot of, like, unnecessary feeling that just kind of weighs you down with that kind of anxiety around stuff, like a sort of talk about an anchor, like an anchor that you don't want. What's like I suppose obstacle, like what's a metaphor for an obstacle? Or obstruct, how you can have sort of self-obstruction. Like an obstacle. Obstruct / obstacle. Certain words you say them, you're like, how's that a word? Obstacle. What does that even mean? Obstacle. The more you say it, it just sounds like a non-word. Oh, that's cool. Charity on behalf of musicians. Ah. Yeah, I can't honestly say I know him particularly well. He's obviously well known. American musician, filmmaker. Something about the theme of not getting in your own way would be quite a good what's something about like I need something to describe not getting in your own way, and I think that could even fit this section. like this maybe just something as like an almost like an imperative, like just get out your own way. Like I think that could work for this section as like a lyrical theme. It's quite an uplifting thing, just saying to someone like it's simple, just get out your own way, you know. I think that's quite a good theme for this bit of the song. And then that bit that I've written about humility, finding peace in the fact you don't always know what's best for you and embracing that, could be quite a good ending, because it's quite a good theme, I think. If anyone else in the chat wants to chip in with any ideas, feel free to fire away, because I'm fully open to ideas. Feel free to fire away. Yeah, I think I like the idea of the bridge being like just get out of your own way, and then the final chorus actually being like centered around humility, finding peace in the fact you don't always know what's best for you, embracing misdirection. I think there's something a bit more grandiose about this, like this end. So yeah, I think that. So the verses are quite down, right? Like quite. Ignore the drums there. What's that? Okay. Right. So the verses are going to be like describing that sense of like impatience. It's quite a present moment thing. And the pre-chorus is a bit more, is like nervous, like what if it doesn't work out? Then the chorus is like the main message of the song. I don't know if this is all a conversation with myself or whether to have it from two perspectives, you know. I think I quite often write stuff from more than one perspective, and it might be good just to have this as all one internal dialogue. Because then it kind of just, it reinforces the idea of like getting out your own way, I guess, if you can talk to yourself about this stuff. Yeah, man. Well, sort of just me, I say as a boy, me just like now, just in life, you know. You know, it's easy to overthink life, isn't it? And that's kind of, I guess, what the thing is about. So let's go to the chorus. Let's see if I can. Right, let's see if we can actually start to get something down. Yeah, I think it's like a self-referential kind of conversation. I'm sort of talking to myself. I think that's the idea. Remind myself it's not always a bad thing. Not always ready, like. No, I didn't start to think. Like something about, like, don't. I think something quite uplifting, like talking to myself, like saying don't do, or it's kind of, no, it's kind of nice. I think it's nice, you know. I suppose it's a reminder. I'm saying, like, remember that. What's another synonym for remember? That's a pretty generic word, but like. Oh, I've just typed into ChatGPT, remember that. So it probably just, yeah, it's just gone. Updated memory. I didn't need you to do that. Right. Synonyms for remember. Because that's kind of the main command. It's like, remember actually, you know. Memorize, reminisce, retrieve. Call to mind. Hark back. embrace. Embracing is kind of a big theme, isn't it? So like embrace. What is it? So remind myself, it's not always a bad thing if you don't get your ways. You're not always ready. So like, especially misguided, like got a moment of clarity. So like in this moment, it's about like snapping out of it to some degree. So like bring yourself to. Or something back to. Like, no, it's not back to. Not always ready. Like if I'm something that's along the lines of like, if I'm not ready now, that's okay. Don't need. Like, what concepts did I have again? Something like remember that. I feel like chorus, despite all these kind of quite lengthy words, your chorus doesn't need to, it doesn't, you almost don't want these lengthy words in your chorus. You actually want something quite simple, don't you, really? So these are going to be more verse and bridgey kind of words. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Something like just words of comfort, like. I like the word remember. Because it's a lesson I have learned, like I'm aware that this is true. So sometimes you have to just remind yourself that like, okay, you don't need this to all happen at once, you know. So like remember. Remind yourself. Doesn't have to be like. I can hear. It's a few places. That word, you know, sometimes words. Oh, stillness. I liked that word, didn't I? What about something? Sit there in the stillness, or like wet. Or embracing the stillness. Stillness of the. Something. Wait there in the stillness. No. Abstract obstacle. Trust. I used the word trust in the last song. I'm actually going to get rid of that because I literally used that exact word. I know it's a pretty common word, but like I don't want to use the word again. Or just like take a breath, something about that, like. Or just saying that you don't have to be something. You don't have to know, you don't have to it's not about you don't have to, it's about you don't I suppose it's a reminder you don't know, you don't have to know the way. Sort of, it's simple. A car just honked outside my window and it was in key with the song. Patience, what else? It was a the car horn just. It's quite nice. Know the way. Yeah, there's something in there about like. It's just that first word. Accept, maybe, or like just. I like remember is kind of a key. What's some more synonyms for the word remember? Or like. And stillness was another one I think really is like a key word in this. More synonyms for remember. Or think back to a time. Literally the first thing that comes up. Think back. Or look back, feel again, keep alive, replay. Revisit, reminisce, yeah. Remember, I quite like that as a first word. Remember you don't. Remember you don't have to. So it's reminding yourself you don't have to do certain things, like it'd be like yeah, don't have to rush, you don't have to. It's a synonym for rush, like hurry. Remember you don't have to. like rush. You don't have to. ChatGPT gives you the least musical words. Remember, you don't have to bolt, sprint. That's not the word that I want. Well, if it was easy, everyone would do it. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to find. I guess you don't have to find your way, because like. You don't have to find your way, because it. You don't know, like, yeah, something along those lines. We don't have to find a way. Yeah, there's an element of, yeah, if you rush through things, yeah, you can kind of. Yeah, stuff like that is kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah. You don't have to be. Simple melody, but it lands on a weird chord. What is it? Yeah, I feel like the first line I want to be simple, and then some of these words might make their way in. Remember, there's no need? No. Remember all those times you. Just remember all those times you felt this way? So that's just like the precursor for the next line where you explain, like, you weren't ready back then. That might be a good line. Sometimes you've got to pick something right, haven't you? So let's just. Actual done lyrics. It's not done, but. Wait, what did I just say? Remember. Wait, what the fuck did I just say? Remember, you don't. Please, someone just remind me what I just said. Remember, you don't have to. How have I just forgotten what I just said? What? Please tell me. Am I going to have to go back and rewatch? Can I rewind my stream? Oh no, remember all those times, that was it. Remember all those times you felt this way. That was it. I quite like that. These aren't, the thing is that one of my main learning lessons in songwriting is just like, I'm going to call these final lyrics, but they're not really. One of my main lessons is you just got to get stuff down at some point. And like I said, sometimes simple is good for a first line, you know. It's obviously, I've not used a single word other than remember. I don't know if that's up here somewhere. But now I can get a bit more wordy with the next line. Yeah. Yeah. Remember all those times you felt this way. I've got it down in case you didn't see it, but thank you. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you for your hard work. I did get it. It came back to me. I've not slept much, so my memory, it's not a good sign. I forgot within like 2 seconds. But thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I did get it just about. It's because I kept going, remember. I forgot it was all the same. Because it does happen a lot, I guess. This is a common thing that I think. I'm sure plenty of people think about this. Don't ever need those extra notes on the end. It might just want to be. Maybe it's landing on that note. It might just be that. I don't even know if I need all these extra little bits. That bit wasn't doing much anyway. Don't have to do it exactly there. So that's enough for one line, I think, right? I'll take it. I need like here, isn't it? 'Cause that actually needs to come in a split second before. Where's it going? What's that note? Jump right. It's quite a big jump. That works. That's something when I start singing it I can actually. Annoyingly, I've not really got the facilities to sing live on stream because I do it in another room. I don't have a camera in there, and I am actually hooked up to the audio. I could technically do it, but it would just be me in another room singing, and I wouldn't have. I suppose I could bring my phone in and have the chat with me, but you wouldn't be able to see me. It'd just be a bit weird. So I'm just kind of doing stuff at the moment. Yeah, where are we? Okay, so remember what times you felt this way. I think that works as a line. It's really hard to sing those higher notes. And I can sing them, like, what note is that? Yeah, that's fine, I can sing. It's getting high for me, but it's fine. I can give that a good belt. Plus a healthy dose of auto-tune for that note. Actually, that's alright. Yeah, some stability on that note because it's meant to be like a shore of itself. Remember all the times you felt this way. So it's like it's not like a confused thing. It's meant to sound quite solid. So just landing on that note. Oh wait. Keep it there for now, I can play with that. keep it there for now. So I need a second line. So it's like, remember all this time. So it's, and then maybe I could dig into one of these other words or concepts. Balance, bitter. That should be 2 T's in bitterness. Develop, eagerness, imagine. Fortitude. Galilean, what a word. That's a bit of a snobby word, isn't it? I feel like if I chuck that in as a lyric, everyone's like, fuck off and just speak like a normal person. Guidance. Oh, stillness was, again, that's a word I wanted to come back to. Humility, incubate, inversion. So remember all the times you felt this way. What do I need to say in the next line? I need to say, like, remember all the times you felt this way. Like, you weren't ready for what you wanted. That's the line. So, or like, you know you weren't ready for what you want. Yeah. Or maybe you didn't know at the time. I suppose, yeah, you weren't ready. You didn't know you weren't ready for it, so that's unfair. So, you weren't ready. So, false, like you're false in. Yeah, it could be, to be fair. I like him as a character, you know, as a, like a, what's his character? I didn't know him personally, I don't know anything about the guy. But as in this is when I find out Galileo was like a murderer as well, or something stupid like that. So remember all the times you felt this way, or you could kind of further the point. So all those times, I could say that again, or every time, because it's a long chorus actually. So I do need to draw it out of it. So I can just label the point. Every time you felt you were every time you reached for an arbitrary change, it's not a good line, like really want to get that in. Again, we're in the higher note territory here. Ugh. That's not going to be fun. That's going to be some practice. That Matt Heafy. You say it's Heafy, isn't it? Kichi Flap. That is a good emote. I need some need flappier ears for that. My old band played a gig with this guitar actually for a Trivium. It was for their release party in the UK for In the Court of the Dragon. Played some acoustic songs of their. I think I've got a gifted sub for him actually. Hang on, have I got his emotes? What have I got? I've got Will Fox. Have I got? I've got some that I don't even. Dan from Tesseract. Casey Bowen. Oh, okay. So why do I think I had a Matt Heafy sub? Yeah, I need to get a few more emotes, I think. What subscriber stuff do people tend to want other than like emotes? What do people go for? Also, if there's anyone else watching that wants to say hello, feel free to say hi. And or follow if you're feeling kind. I want to make this a job one day, so you know, every follow or chat kind of helps. Yeah, I feel like I need some more. I haven't got any animated ones. I've only got the just like pics, like stupid pictures of my face, basically. So maybe I need to get some animated ones. Like I said, these are my. There you go. Those are my emotes. Need to get some animations. Yeah, I think the commands thing I'm a bit hesitant with because I'm not like a performer in that way. You know, I'm more. It's more like I want you guys to be part of the songwriting and like, or just there to see it. And so it's like that could end up just becoming quite disruptive, I think. And I don't want to just advertise myself as like, um, um, you know, like it's a semi-serious thing I'm doing here. I mean, I get this. It's not like the performers are unserious on here, but like you know, it's a bit more of a like people can chip in with that stuff and you know with the on-screen emotes and stuff in it. But I think it would just detract from this, and I just end up getting distracted, and then it would just frustrate me. I think. Um, so okay, so line one. Remember all those times you felt this way. Line two, something along the lines of like every time you wanted something that you weren't ready for. Or look at that second. Definitely one of the next lines has got to be like you weren't ready for that. But like not in a bad way, just like that's got to be one of the lines. Could just use the word every. Could be a different note there. Hmm. No, I quite like keeping it low. Could do some more, another bit of lyric there. Yeah, some of these words might start to fit here in this second. I think there's room for this second line to just be a bit more interesting. Still. Like take a second to something embrace the stillness of it. Oh, sorry. I forgot to reply to what you said. Sorry, you thought about saving up gear. What for streaming? Sorry, I blanked on that. If I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm doing this. I'm not doing it on purpose. What did you say? You know, I thought of adding an RSVP feature. So Dean. I don't quite know how that works. So what you? Okay, good. So what you get the emotes as a non-subscriber. How does that work? So you can let people have them for like a few days. Right. So how, I suppose describing how you felt. So that feeling of wanting more, sort of pulling things inwards, like, or reaching for something. You know how actually a good one would be like when you feel powerless, like powerlessness. You know, like when you're in a dream and you feel really powerless. So What's that bit there? What's the syllable? I like that as an opening line. I think that's good. So what is it describing? Okay, so let's write this down. So I'm just gonna write like line 1, line 2, just so I can actually, and then like do little square brackets. So line 2, describe the feeling, and then line 3 is like I could even ask the question like, do you think you were ready for that? Because you probably weren't. So line 3 would be like, you weren't ready then. And then so line 4 would be, so these might not even be lines, it might just be like the order of events in the chorus. And then line 4 is like, you might not be ready now. So don't feel so rushed. It's a bit of a simple way of putting it. As a lyrical, as a order of events for the chorus lyrics. Random melodies. I'll play with this when I actually get to singing it. Wait, so it's a booby trap at the cost of 5,000 channel points. It just says RSVP on the redeem button. See, this is. I'm not deep enough into Twitch world to be able to start playing jokes on people. So I need to figure this shit out a bit more. Like desperate for. It's like reaching for something, isn't it? Like. Words, annoyingly. See, I wrote a load of words down that I don't even really want to use right now. Impatient, or like searching. Yearning. Yearning's not quite. Yearning's a bit too like wishy-washy. Bitter is kind of the right. What's the sense of entitlement like? Could be kind of the right theme, like. Entitlement is a good, feeling like you deserve something. So that could be a entitlement. What's some synonyms for the word entitlement? right, claim, privilege, prerogative, due, allocation, allowance, provision, franchise, dispensation, presumption, self-importance, conceit. What does conceit mean again? What's the... Yeah, excessive pride in one's self or abilities. Yeah. It could be the right kind of thing. The thing is, I don't think it's the right word, because conceit sounds like quite a critical word, and I'm not trying to be too like critical of old me. Because like, I don't think you can blame yourself for thinking you're ready for stuff. It's not really the... I guess there is an element of that, but it's not coming from a place of arrogance. It's coming from like a humble, like, I just want this because I want to be happy with stuff, you know? So like... So it's more about just like... Just ignorance, I guess, is more what it is, like... Something at the, like, reaching for, holding out for. Yeah, I like that kind of concept about fate. It's a good one. I'm just trying to think about how to phrase it best. It's not holding out for, is it? It's like almost what fabricate. It's like fabricate, trying to make something happen when it's not going to, like forcing something. What's some synonyms for force or fabricate? Or falsely making something. Force. Compel, drive, press. Urge, prompt, demand. Strong arm. I was at the gym with my friend the other day. He made me laugh because we were doing like a chest fly, you know, when you let the weights out to the side and you bring them back in. And I got down to all the way down to the bottom, and he was like, "You've got really short arms." See, I'm meant to lift. I've got this weight. You just made me laugh. Oh, cheers, pal. What am I gonna do with that information? Make them longer? Like, what do I do about that? There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know about any arm lengthening procedures that exist. Right. Yeah, something about responsibility. So how did it... Right, describing the feeling. How did I feel? I suppose just... It is a feeling of deserving, I guess. Feeling like I've earned something. But like... Questioning? Question every... Question every moment that has slipped away. It's not quite. Grammatically, it feels a bit weird. Demark questioning. Can't say question. Questioning. It doesn't sound right. Yeah. I don't know if hedonism's quite the right topic. I know what you're saying. There's definitely a sense of like deserving or like this Twitch stream summary thing is so confusing. It'll go from like 4 viewers to 8 and then back to 4. I'm like, what is going on? Unless people are just joining in every second and then just going nah and then leaving. Right. Let's play the other bit. Just give my brain a bit of a rest because I like listening to this bit. Oh, where are the drums? Oh. Hang on. Let's put them back on. All the real fake drums. Thought. No sooner than. Doesn't fit with the phrasing. God, lyrics are tricky, aren't they? Just as well I'm really smart, he says with one line of lyrics. I just want to get one more line and then I'm gonna take a break, I think. Ready? Could you use the word ready? Like. It's hard to pinpoint with that feeling of deserving something or being ready for something when it's not the right time for you. Like misplaced? Or like misplaced confidence. That's kind of maybe the phrase. Like an inner strength built on poor foundations. Or maybe the idea that had I got it back then, it wouldn't have lasted. Or that's kind of what the next line is, I guess. Yeah, or maybe it just wouldn't have been what I wanted it to be. So right, still going to describe. I think I've got a good structure here that I'm going to try and adhere to. So, all the time you felt this way, the something and the something could maybe be the right kind of. What are some of these other words we've got? Could I get it right? Yeah. Like asking a question, asking some sort of question could be good. Out this way. Maybe once again you've been something like something to the wayside, like how you feel you've been pushed to the wayside. Yeah, so the stoicism thing is relevant. I like the word wayside. You know, sometimes a word just... It's not a synonym for the word wayside. It's a good word. Because it's just like pushed aside a bit. I think that's quite a good expression. Obscurity. Gutter, forgotten place, rear view, off track. No. I'm gonna write the word wayside. I like. It's a good word. Sorry, it feels like it. Opportunity? What's the word for opportunity? Damn, this is... I forget how hard writing lyrics is sometimes. But I appreciate you all being there helping. Or at least just there for moral support, if nothing else. I promise next time I'll write some actual song, musical stuff, which is a bit more engaging than this, but thank you all for watching. So I appreciate you putting the time in. And occasion, option, opening, window. Window, yeah? Like waiting for your turn, like when will your time to come, turn to come. So like how a glimmer of hope kind of fades. You see that kind of... It's like how you feel like something's getting closer, but it's not. That could be like a good... That's like the Oasis theme, isn't it? But I don't know if the word Oasis... I don't know if I want the word Oasis here. I don't think it fits. Or just like once again you're being asked to be patient when you don't feel like you should have to be. Testing your patience. It's a stronger word than testing, like wearing at your patience as. And it's not just patience, it's like your drive, your like impetus. It's a good word, but it's not the right one. Synonyms for drive / motivation. Like the ambition of your the wearing away of your resolve. Oh, resolve, that's a good word. Yeah, that's true. Sort of autonomy is a good one. Will. The word resolve. I'm definitely going to put that in here. Getting quite a few words down that I might, even if I don't use them here, I might use them somewhere else. It's cool, I've actually got a few more viewers today, which is nice. I'm glad I came back, because like I said, my stream was going, well, you were there, Sir Ghostworm. Can I ask your name? I feel like calling you Sir Ghostworm is, yeah, okay, yeah. The word resolve, or like something about your will to do something. Testing your resolve. Once again, I have to be patient. That's kind of the feeling. I have to be patient. You know, it hasn't come for me yet. Yeah, we'll stick with Sir Ghostworm. Once again, I have to be patient, like testing my resolve. That same. Tested every like piecing together your resolve again, like or like also if like reclaim imagine if you'd like dropped a vase and you're trying to collect all the parts. What's the word, like gathering? What's not the word? I'm probably just talking a load of nonsense now. Like every yeah, Foxtrot Meltdown up in 8. I'll just write that. Back to square one. That kind of feeling of like, oh, here we are again. I'm still not getting what I want. This is a hard lyric and I might have to come back to it. Right, I'm gonna pause on this because I think my brain is not quite getting there with this lyric just yet. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play you all the heavy track I was working on last night, just so to play you out. If anyone's watching and wants to follow more heavy metal shit, then let's this is the place. Apart from all the other places where there's heavy metal shit, this is the super heavy tune I was working on last night that you can all have a check out of. If these riffs don't earn me a follow from one person before I go, then I'm going to reconsider my definition of a good riff, because I'm pretty happy with these riffs. So yeah, see what you think of this. I don't know what the volume's like here. the emotes going. This isn't a very acoustic-y song. I'll spin it. It's more electric one. Yeah. Not even playing a long while with the bombing play. It's funny seeing the chat just pop up with all these emotes I've never seen. Where are all these from? This is definitely on the heavier end of the music that I'm going to be putting out soon, but yeah, I've got a few random subs to channels. I almost feel bad. I'm like, I don't know if this is fair to give me this, but you know. Please fill the space in here a bit more with something. I'm loving all this in the chat, it's great. Hey, I'm going to be right in the mosh pit with you. If I'm playing this live, I'm getting straight in the mosh pit. Can't do the drums. I don't even know what that rhythm is. I struggle to play this sat down in my room, let alone stood up in a mosh pit. That needs to be a smooth change, yeah. There you go. Can I get one more follow by the end of the stream, which is now? Yay! There we go. Thank you. Is this because you were in? Yeah, I was gonna say it's your other account, isn't it? I assumed it was because you checked in last night, didn't you? Yeah. There we go. You know those videos where the guys like time it perfectly, where they point and like the lightning strikes. I did it the other day, so I streamed for about like 3.5 hours, and no one even chatted. And I could see there was like one viewer in the chat, and I was just like, I just literally said to the camera, I was like, I've been streaming for 3.5 hours. Can someone please just follow me? And then they just said, asking you shall receive, and then they followed. I was like, sick. This is good. So I got one follower that stream, but that kind of counted for a lot. So yeah, it's nice. This is slowly building up, getting a few more viewers now. Fully want to do this. Like, if I can get this going full time, this would be sick. So I'm going to be doing this like 4 hours a day. I'll be here tomorrow. Probably, well, plan is just here every day, pretty much. I'm going to go and eat some lunch, then I've got to teach some guitar to some people, and then mix some music for some other people, then teach some more guitar, Yeah, I'll do some. I might do. Yeah, I've got a few more lyrical bits. I actually need to finish some lyrics on another song. This one I'm only really, you can see in the early stages. Oh, hang on. I'm done. Sorry, we're on a different song now, aren't we? There's no lyrics for this one. I've got some ideas what I want this one to be about. It's obviously got a bit more angsty kind of song. So, anyway, I'm gonna hop off now because I really need a toilet as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for contributing to the lyrics. Made some progress that I'm probably going to change anyway, but it's fine. I've started with something. It'll be whirring around in my head now as I'm off just wandering around doing stuff. So, awaken the giant, create. I'm going to go and awaken my kettle and have a coffee. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone. I will catch you all again